no one ever sets out to write bad television. I don't believe that that's a real thing at all. It can be very difficult trying to write an ending for a show. First of all, you've got to be lucky enough to actually get the opportunity to get to an ending, that you don't get cancelled or you don't get pulled off the air before you actually get to the end of the story. If you do get the opportunity to actually end the story, it's a lot of pressure for writers, because that genuinely means the show's been successful. A lot of people are watching, a lot of people are invested in it. So there's a lot of pressure on you to try and get it right. And generally, over the years, most people have kind of found that the finales of shows don't tend to quite deliver in the way that they want them to. I mean, Lost is maybe the most famous example, where it very much split the fan base hugely between people who loved it and people who were very unhappy with it. But it is a little bit unfair to direct all your hate and ire at the writers in those kind of situations. Firstly, the writers themselves, by the time they get to that finale, they've been working towards that end point for quite a period of time. It's not something they've just pulled out of the hat. You know, it's an idea that would have been laid maybe a year and a half before, but they would have had some idea that the next season was going to be the last season, and they're working towards that for quite a period of time. For some writers I know, they've had the idea of what the last episode would be from almost the moment they started doing the first episode. So how they get there may vary very much from how they originally imagined it, but they have an idea where they're going. So, you know, for me it's like they've earned the right to kind of finish the story the way they want to. I do appreciate the fact that people get very, very, very invested in TV shows these days, and shows with huge fan bases and stuff. But you know, it's very difficult to please everybody. I would say it's almost impossible to please everybody. If you can please 75% of an audience that's watching a show with the way that you finish it, I think you're doing very, very well in this day and age. You know.
Okay. Have you been watching True Blood for any case?
Yes, but I have not got to the end. I'm 4 episodes away from the end of True Blood, so please don't spoil it for me right at this moment in time. But yes, I've watched it from its beginning. We did actually try and get Alan Ball in the film, but unfortunately he didn't want to do it. But yeah, so I can't talk about the ending of True Blood because I've been avoiding everything on the internet that's been dealing with the end of True Blood. So
good for you. Okay.